Hi guys, welcome to Caapid Simplified. This is Nourah. Today is a very special day. It's Mother's Day, so happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. I just wanted to update you initially about Caapid Simplified. We have reached 250 subscribers for our YouTube page and we have 400 watching hours as of today. So thank you for your continued support. I'm super excited to shoot this video because I have my dear friend and my classmate, Dr. Prabhjot Kaur, here today. She's also from India. She is an MDS periodontist, so pretty big. I'm excited to have her today. So let's start off without further ado. So Prabhjot, why don't you tell them where you come from?
Hi everyone, my name is Prabhjot, as she has already introduced me. And first of all, thanks Nourah for giving me this big opportunity to talk on this auspicious occasion of Mother's Day.
Pleasure.
Thank you so much. So let me introduce myself. I'm Prabhjot. I'm from Punjab. I'm MDS Periodontist, and now I'm here doing my DMD from SIU, and I'm her batchmate now.
Beautiful. So you guys must be wondering who is this other person sitting next to Prabhjot that we are not talking about. I'll have Prabhjot introduce this special person.
Let me introduce myself. Thank you, Nourah, for this opportunity. And first of all, happy Mother's Day to my beautiful wife.
Thank you.
And all the mothers out there watching this video. I am Prabhjot's husband, and I'm Dr. Goldendeep Singh, and I am a surgeon from India, and I'm accompanying her with her studies to this place in US.
Beautiful. So you guys are probably now wondering why are we shooting this video, right? So it's Mother's Day and I wanted to cover the journey of a mother who made it into the International Standing Program. So, Prabhjot, when did you decide to apply for DDS?
So this is not a long journey. It's been just 3 years when I started my journey, and now I'm here doing my DDS, right? So initially I wasn't interested in coming to US, but after doing my MDS, as you everyone know, this is very difficult to get a job in clinics, in academics, or you start your own clinic. So I worked in a private clinic after completing my MDS for 1 year. After 1 year, I thought I'm not able to manage what I actually want to do in my life. So I always wanted to have a balance between my professional life and personal life, right? So after 1 year, I thought, after working for so many days, I wasn't able to maintain that balance. So I decided to come out of my zone, and I worked hard, and I thought I will do the DDS, and this is the best place for me to work. So right, I'm here.
That's awesome. So Prabhjot has two beautiful kids. Why don't you tell them their names and how old they are?
Okay, right now I have two boys. One is 4-year-olds and the younger one is 2 years old. One is Angad and the younger one is Nirvan.
That's beautiful. So for me, what's interesting is in spite of having such young children, Prabhjot has made it today to a dental school. So what were the challenges you faced along the way?
Oh, that's the most difficult question, I must say, because this was the toughest journey that I could imagine for me. Initially, when I was doing my MDS, during my final exams, I conceived with my first son. So this was my first trimester when I was giving my MDS exam. That was most toughest part at that time. But when after doing 1 year job, my elder son was just 1.5 years when I decided to plan for the DDS, and I actually started my DDS exams. And within just 20 days, I conceived second time.
Wow.
So that was the toughest decision. He has been very supportive throughout the journey. He let the question on me, like whether I want to go for the pregnancy or do my national board exams, right? So that was the time when that time I had to choose between my personal life and my professional life, right? I went to my gynecologist. Even she said this is not the right time. If you want to go for the US exam, you have to choose between one.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, I wanted to have the balance, right? So
Yeah.
I go with both the things. I have my son, I have my DDS at the same time. So this was the toughest part. I stayed with myself. My family was there to support me. Everyone was there. He was there. Now we are having the fruit of that time.
Well, That's a long story short.
In short.
But you were pregnant when you gave your exam,
Right.
when you were in the US. So tell us about your journey when you were in the US. What did you do when you were here? What kind of opportunities did you take under your wing in spite of being pregnant and you were in your second trimester?
Right. So when I got the news that I'm pregnant for the second time, I thought I won't be able. Initially, I thought I won't be able to do both the things at the same time. But then, I don't know. Being a mother, some superpower comes in yourself, and you can see that powers in yourself when you will become a mother, right? So everyone was against my decision, but he had a belief in me that if you want to do, I think you can do it, right? So we started with our journey with my pregnancy and my NBD plans all together. Both were going along hand in hand. And in my second trimester, we planned everything. After we took some written permission from my gynecologist that the second trimester will be the safest period if you want to go to US. You can travel abroad, right? In second trimester, I came here, took my NBD exam. I wasn't able to study at home because my eldest son was there with me all the time. I had my full-time job also.
And he was what, 1.5 years
He was
old?
just 1.5 year old, right? I had my full-time job, my son, my joint family, and still I managed to work. I took my part 1 exam. In August, I came here. I stayed here for 2 months. I did 1 month observership in my second trimester. I took my part 1 ADET exam, and I wasn't allowed to go back because that was my end of second trimester and just the beginning of my third trimester. But luckily, before coming here, because everything we had planned, right? Before coming here, I took a written permission from my gynecologist that she is safe to travel in this time and she is this much time pregnant. I showed all the permissions to the airlines. I went back. I delivered my second child. He was just 3 months old, the second son. Again, I came here, took my NBD part 2, and did 1 month observership again. And then I went back. So this was the whole journey in short. But this was tough, but I was able to make it. So I think if I can make it, then everyone can do it.
She's a real warrior, is what I can see. But Prabhjot, how old was your second son, and what were the kind of challenges you were facing when you were traveling back and forth for your interviews? Who took care of your kids, and can you tell something about what kind of resources did you take use of to make sure that they're safe, they're taken care of while you are here in the US?
So, being a mother, you should have a strong heart like a steel. Then only you will be able to fly, I must say. If you can believe on somebody, then only you can leave your kids, right?
Absolutely.
It's very difficult for a mother to leave their kids to somebody.
Yes.
But I must say, I have a supporting family behind me who is always there to support me, my husband, my kids. I have my supporting in-laws. My grandmother, my kid's grandmother, my mother-in-law, she's taking care of my kids. Even now, I'm here. We both are sitting here in front of this camera. We are here in United States, but my kids are back in India with their grandparents. So I must say I have a supportive family. But this is possible only when you have a belief in yourself. You have to be very strong that you can trust somebody, because it's difficult to trust other person for your kids, right? You cannot just leave your kids in somebody's hand.
Absolutely. To summarize what Prabhjot has been telling, she is the living example of the balance between personal and professional life. So ever since the start of her MDS final exam, where she couldn't take, she was pregnant with her first child during her final exams, to the point when she started applying for her national boards, and again she was in her second trimester, she didn't think that pregnancy was a barrier, her personal life was a barrier to her dreams. She found a way to tackle that in spite of doctors telling her that things could go wrong, and then she made it to the US. So which is, I think, is a very moving story. I hope it's inspiring a lot of mothers who are listening to this video right now. So at this point, I want to talk about her support system, who is sitting right here. Any of you guys can start off and talk about how Dr. Goldendeep has been there in your journey and what kind of roles has he played to support you?
So I would say that Prabhjot is a very caring and loving mother. She is a emotional person too. So every day she misses her children. Even I miss my children, but because of my parents, it's easy, and they have always been supportive to me and to Prabhjot. They say that we are there for you, for both of you guys. You should not kill your dreams for this, because you have the potential, and I saw that potential in Prabhjot. So that's why I told her that you start the process first. Then once you have done with your exams, your admission, then I'll start for my examination, etc. So really the support of my parents have been massive. Even Prabhjot's parents have been very supportive. They supported us by guiding us by in the financial matters, in supporting our kids also. So this has been tough journey, but there have been emotional moments too, like everybody has. But I think when you overcome those moments, then the pathway of success is there for you.
Absolutely. I agree with what he's saying. You know, a lot of people tell life happens and then they stop their dream, they stop dreaming. Uh, Whoever's sitting over here, me, or just you just listen to the entire journey of Prabhjot and Dr. Goldendeep. Life happened for them as well, but they still continued on, which is what is very inspiring. So I have a final burning question that a lot of people ask themselves. Of course, I've asked it to myself too. Is it worth it? Is all of these struggles that you guys went through, do you think it's worth it?
I think it's worth it.
Yes, there is
No
no
issues
doubt
about
about
it.
it.
No doubt about it.
Yeah. It's tough, it's hard, the journey is long. There are many moments when you think you should stop, but I must say you should never stop. If you dream something, you have to achieve that. If you can achieve, then there is no looking back. So you will definitely make it someday.
That's great.
And I want to say in the end that a good guide can help make this journey easier.
That's beautiful. I think right here you can see how she's had her support system with her
Yeah.
all along. So Prabhjot, to conclude this video, why don't you give a message to all the mothers who are struggling out there, who are pregnant, or just got married, just handling their own personal life. Let's see what message she has to say.
Okay, being a mother, I can say if I can do it, then all of you can do it. It's nothing that is not achievable, right? If you have dreams, you should work for that. If you can stand for yourself, then only you can stand for others. So nobody's there who can just make a pathway smooth for you. You have to work, you have to find out that pathway, and once you are on the right track, you can achieve your dreams.
Beautiful. So thank you,
Thank
Prabhjot
you
and
so
Dr.
much.
Goldendeep,
Thank
for
you.
joining us. It's been an amazing conversation. So happy Mother's Day to you
Happy
all.
Mother's Day.
Happy
all.
Mother's Day, you.
Thank you.